revealing that everything we've been told about saving and spending money
could be our biggest downfall. And here's why.
If you're unhappy with your life, it is a very easy assumption to make that if you had more money, a bigger house, a better car, whatever it might be, things would be better. And it's a lie we tell ourselves, of course. Because here's the truth, so much of spending is a psychological itch that you're trying to scratch. And that manifests in so many different ways.
They say that if you win the lottery, the probability of your neighbor going bankrupt increases.
It's an amazing statistic. So be careful who you socialize with, because you're going to anchor to them as a baseline level of success and happiness. But when it's controlling your personality, it's no different than any other addiction, where it's forcing you to do things that you otherwise don't want to do.
What about people who don't seem to spend anything?
It's just as dangerous. Like there's something called post-traumatic broke syndrome, and I'll talk about that. But I guarantee you that everyone can spend money in a way that's gonna make them happier.
So if I wanted to make a framework to know how to spend my money, where do I start? But also, based on everything you know about money, if I want to get complete financial freedom, what's the 5 things that I should be thinking about? But I've never heard anybody emphasize the importance of spending money. You've written this book, The Art of Spending. So it begs the question, why would someone like you, who sells tens of millions of copies of their books when they write about something and really, really cares about the art of writing, commit themselves to writing a book about the art of spending when you could have written anything that you wanted to and it would have been a success?
So I've written about money and finance and investing for 20 years, and almost never had I myself said, what is my spending philosophy? I can tell you how I invest. I can tell you how I save. I can tell you why I do those things. If 5 years ago, if you said, Morgan, tell me your philosophy about spending in your own life, I'd be like, I don't really know. And as I looked into it, there are literally tens of thousands of books on how to invest, how to grow your money, how to get rich, how to help your career. That topic is endless. There is virtually no book out there written about spending money. And I think the reason why is because I think we intuitively think nothing needs to be said, because the answer should be obvious. More is better. Fancier is better. That's the end of the topic. But if you know particularly wealthier people, I mean, it affects everybody, but particularly wealthier people, you know it's not that simple. That the correlation between how much you spend and how happy you are, it can exist. Everyone can spend money in a way that's going to make them happier, but it is not as simple as you think.